Okay, next Qigong exercise, once again from Dr. Yang's evidence-based Tai Chi and Qigong program, is collecting energy to the Dantien. This one we do from Santi standing as opposed to Wuji standing, which we have been working on. This stance is all about helping our body to get balanced and in proper alignment. Once we feel this comfort level, and it's much easier to transition into our Santi standing position to do these exercises. The Santi, it's known as three body. This is the functional movement stance that we use. It's used a lot in the form, and this is how we should be moving in our daily activities of life. When whether we're shoveling, whether we're vacuuming here, holding a baby, helping support somebody who's having trouble walking. It's this strong, stable position. It's the boxing stance, surfing stance, all these sort of things. To set it up in your home practice, if it's difficult, just to you can see the feet pretty well there. Put your feet just into a 90-degree angle. Take your lead leg, in this instance is my left leg. I'm going to move it forward a full foot length. So the full length of my foot, length of your shoe, whatever. Then you're going to take your back foot and move it this direction. We went this way first, now we're going to go this way, half a foot length. So we're just creating separation front and back and side to side. Now there's more separation to the front and back than there is to the side. Then we're going to take that, the foot that's pointing to the side there, turn that in slightly. Take the lead foot, turn it in slightly. So the way that you're going to check your stance here is, are your hips more towards the wall than towards the front? Okay, this is this is not a good posture that we want to be training in. We want to have our hips actually turn to the side. This is a sideways type of stance. So not even at a 45, they need to be to the side. So you may have to focus on this a little bit, help get this lined up, have that Wuji standing, that nice postural position feeling right here. Always balanced and relaxed, okay? And the key thing that we're going to be doing on this exercise is actually utilizing this ability to be able to move forward and back using the large muscles of our lower body, the legs, and the hips joints, and all these sort of things. Whereas we keep our standing pole, our central equilibrium, our spine is always going to be straight and forward. So in other words, what we're not going to be doing is leaning forward, leaning back, leaning to the sides. As you can tell, all of those are very weak postures. So to demonstrate from the side, what I'm saying is that instead of bending forward to do this exercise and pulling back like this, which is all good positions to get hurt in, no matter what activity we're doing, we're going to stay nice and balanced and comfortable and working in a range of motion that feels comfortable for us. Okay, so so to do this exercise, once again, I'll just go from this direction. We're going to shift our weight to the front. We're going to allow our body to elongate here. Here, that eagle claw energy, turning. This is the silk reeling energy. Pulling that energy into the Dantien. Hold for just a moment. We're going to let that go. More silk reeling of the arms here as you elongate back out to the front. So here it's grabbing, breath in here. Reverse breathe in. Hold that for a moment, let it go. Breath out. Always finding a spot where you feel most comfortable, most strong doing these movements. In, relax, let it out. Pulling this in, releasing, breath out. So from the side, just so we can see this motion here. So we're here. So we're going to extend to the front and allow the body to elongate out. Now notice, since my left foot is forward in this instance, my left arm is more forward. If you've got it together, you turn to the front. You've got to turn those hips to the side. You shouldn't be here. We should be here. So it's more like a tug of rope type of thing where you got to grab and pull back. It has more of that sense, more of that feeling, and actually very much that energy. So here, we're going to shift to the front, not too far because we're weak. Here, where you feel comfortable, because how this movement works is you actually sink. The very first thing that happens here when I want to go back is the right leg bends. I start sitting back, and all of a sudden my body weight gets involved in this. And then I really have some strength here. I'm holding a good posture to pull that energy into my Dantien. Then it's just all about the relax, letting go, and allowing the body to stretch to the front. Grabbing, sinking, pulling that energy into the Dantien. Relaxing, letting go. This is traditionally done in front of a tree, specifically an evergreen tree, and it is a great symbiotic relationship between us and the trees. If you have the opportunity to do this in the woods, in the forest, in your backyard, it's definitely worth setting up there. Do as if you're practicing this one, do indeed work on the other side as well. We want to get that balance. Note that everything will feel a little bit different on this opposite side here, but we keep things in balance. We exercise things in a more balanced way, and also doing them on the opposite side really helps inform the other side in your practice. So you'll find that maybe even on your weak side, there's some things that feel better about being on this side than the other side. So I don't know about you, but I want to steal those good things and stick them on the other side. You know what I mean? Bring the things back and forth. Everything in balance. Breathing in. So this is, I'm engaged, but I'm not tight. We're engaged, but not tight. And let it go. The more intention, so the more belief that you're pulling something here. You're pulling that energy in, you held for a moment, and you're actually really released, the more benefit. Elongate, stretch, and then recoil, pull that back in, and then out. Good. Between each Qigong exercise, I haven't mentioned this other one, it's always good to stop for a moment, do a few wash organs after each one, just a couple, 3, settles the energy down, helps reset the body to do the next Qigong exercise.